No? No, it's actually good. Okay, hello. Welcome to Essential Living with Pilar. I am Pilar, and this is our show about all things holistic, all things that are in tune with the planet and nature, and getting connected with the right vibration of harmony and well-being and peace and all of that. And tonight we're having a show about tuning forks. This beautiful set of very unique tuning forks that are actually were specially crafted with a very ancient Lemurian frequency that they all vibrate to. So they're not the average tuning fork. And we're going to do a sample tuning fork treatment on my lovely patient here, Andrew, that is kind enough to donate himself to this very cool treatment that hopefully he'll enjoy. So tuning forks, as in music, have a very specific purpose for energy healing and well-being, because we are mainly vibrational beings, and as we do not harmonize with our with our perfect balance, and our cells, our atoms, our whole entire being gets out of balance, basically. And that's when things start to go awry in our physical body. But because we're vibrational beings, we all have heard or know to a certain extent that we have an aura, an auric field. And this auric field extends on the average about 3 feet around the outer edge of our physical body, for the most part. When we are in harmony and we're happy and we're exuberant and we're feeling good, that elevates the vibration, so our field extends actually farther. When we are upset, angry, negative, our auric field contracts, and it reaches very little of a range of motion. So because we're diminished, really, in the light that we really are at that point of our reality of existence, because and also when that happens is when things begin to fall out of harmony out there, as after a repetitive while of certain patterns continuing in a certain way all the time, then they start manifesting in the physical body as some sort of problem. So on this auric field that we have, all the memories of our being are there. So it's our Akashic record, our portable Akashic record, if you will, which means that for those who abide by the philosophy of reincarnation, which is really the only thing that makes sense, in my opinion, all of the past experiences are in our cellular memory, hence our DNA. And that is always carried with us. And it's usually carried out here. The farther memory is out here, and the more present memory is manifested closer and within the body. But so when we start working with energy healing, we work on the outer part first, and then we get closer to the physical body, because things start to happen out here. Thoughts and feelings start to happen out here. Then they start to coalesce and become more dense and lower vibration, and they start depositing in the physical body. So let's go ahead and start with our treatment. A treatment is ideally given in a massage bed such as this, because the person can be comfortable, but it doesn't have to be this way. A person can be sitting down or wherever, but this is ideal because they can just relax and enjoy it. So we're going to go through all of these forks, using each one tapping them a couple of times. The other thing too, tapping a tuning fork twice will start to level out and balance the nervous system. And the person will start feeling relaxation and letting go of...
Oh, sorry. I pulled my socks on too tight and my toes hurt.
Oh, well, see, it's good to pay attention to the patient's condition because you don't want distractions. How's that?
That's much better. Thank you.
Well, thank you. See? Good thing you spoke up. I would have hated to have you go suffer with uncomfortable toes.
Yeah, it was...
Better?
Oh, yeah, they feel great.
It was choking your toes. See, no, we don't want any interruption in the flow here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, tuning forks. Are you okay now? You sure? You ready to go?
I pulled the pillow a little further down my neck.
Sure.
Thank you.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
All right, good. Okay, so these 12 forks each have a purpose. They're called intention tuners specifically. So as we go through each one is going to do something a little different to balance out certain aspects of Andrew's aura, just for his betterment of any life situation that he may be having, manifesting what he's working on, just bringing things into fruition, and basically opening the gateway for things in general for him to flow better, because it's all about flow. So as his energy is flowing, everything in his world falls into that as well. So we're going to go in a certain order. First we'll start with what's this tuner. This is the number 1, and it is called birth, because it just gives birth to new ideas, new patterns, new ways of being out of balance. And in this case, this one is weighted. It has the closest sound to it is the sound of Om, which is the primordial sound of the universe. And being weighted, we don't have to use this little rubber dolphin here, which is kind of like the equivalent of a hockey puck, which is what you tap the tuners on normally. But with this one, we're just going to tap it in onto the hand, and you'll all get to hear the vibration because it's beautiful. And I'm just going to wave it and scan Andrew's aura, and just do it twice. And it just opens up and starts to balance his energy field. From that, we're going to go on to the next one. And this one is wings. It means that with this vibration, starts to free up anything that's blocked, anything that's hindering. And sometimes we want to move from the outside to the inner, closer to the body. It's sort of like combing and untangling. Any interruptions? And we go through all the chakras. You don't have to be too precise, just in general. And I like to start at the feet and go up to the crown chakra. This next one is the violet ray vibration. And the violet ray has a transmuting quality. an alchemical quality, if you will. So I like to wave it. In circles all over the top of the chakras. And then just one last time. Just raising up and combing any entanglements and the energy all the way up. And get that released. So open up the vibration for everything else to come into balance and alignment. They each have a very unique sound. Now let's see what we have here. Next is knowing. So this one, we're going to use mainly over the crown chakra. I'll let you listen to that. And over the third eye, so we're going to go from temple, over the crown, back to the other side. From the third eye to the back, in front, and again to the back. This opens up the third eye. So I'm going to place it gently over that third eye chakra. Clearing the consciousness, opening up to new ideas, understanding, clarity. And next, after that is open, we open the gateway for the wisdom of the soul. To have free range. For guidance. Protection, coherence, and unity with his higher self, which is his all-knowing. And then one last time, again. And releasing that. These particular tuners have a great quality that they continue their resonance quite a bit longer than most. This next tuning fork is called Velocity. And that helps to manifest things quicker, since there are no obstructions. The path is open. The roads are clear. And the obstacles are removed for wholeness and success and harmony to come into being faster and remain. Now the one thing that now we'll work on the heart chakra, because our heart's desire are often something that we don't open up to. And we don't open up to that because of a variety of beliefs that we have created or have been absorbing them from other people, things that we have come to believe that were instilled within us from childhood or from culture or anything else. So opening up that heart chakra to surrender and allow oneself to do what we truly want and be okay with it. And releases fears and inhibitions that might stop us from really flourishing with our true talents, things that we may want to do, but say, oh no, we can't do it. I don't deserve it. Who am I to think that? Sounds nice, but too good to be true. Opening the center allows for that deep cosmic breath and expansion and faith and trust. So we'll tap it one last time. We're going to put it gently over the heart center. The one, how tuning forks mostly work and what they all do basically is by balancing out that auric field. It balances out the electrons in the body, of the atoms, of the cells, of all that we're composed of, because when we're not feeling good, when we're feeling negative, when we're feeling afraid, angry, any of those things, or just mild irritation or worry or gloominess, any of those emotions over time, if they become a habit, they do affect the cell. They affect the nervous system. The nervous system controls the entire system of the body, all the organs, everything, all the current goes to keep the organs alive. So when that's out of balance, then the cells start to get sluggish because the electrons spinning around the nucleus start to slow down and get out of orbit, if you will. So that imbalance starts to create wear and tear. And that wear and tear is what causes decline. Decline in any way, mostly physical, mental, emotional, but it starts manifesting in disease, in aging, in premature aging, just wear and tear, sluggishness, aches and pains, any sort of deterioration. So by clearing out and helping to really set the tone for harmony and balance within the general area, the environment of the person, which is really the bubble that everybody's always in. You can't escape your own bubble of thoughts and feelings, right? You can't get away from yourself. So by bringing that into a better state, if maintained, it'll start to even out the deterioration that has been there before, which everything is reversible. And it starts creating a more fertile atmosphere for wellness and wholeness and improvement. The body has an innate wisdom to heal itself. So by getting a tune-up, such as this, on a regular basis, would be ideal for being able to navigate in the world and not start to fall apart little by little, which is what culture accepts, but it's not a given, it's not a must. So as we are learning more and more, especially these days with the vibration of the planet being increased, this is a great way to match that up. And since we're all connected, by us raising our own vibration, we radiate that to everything in our world, and that radiates outward. I mean, it's just the ripple effect is limitless. This next little fork here, as you see, they're getting smaller. The pitch is changing a little bit. This is called rapture, which is kind of falls together with the one after opening the heart chakra, because it just maintains that enthusiasm, sustains that amplitude of feeling that is all-encompassing, that it releases even self-judgment, self-criticism, self and others. And it allows for that well-being to be sustained, and that deep breath to be maintained, that trust, that faith, and that sense of security. So we're going to work this from the bottom up again in small circles around each of the energy centers. Let's see what this one sounds like. I'm going to do it one more time. The one thing, just combing it out, smoothing out any unevenness. See it as if you could imagine the body and the energy being like a pond where you see ripples. When those ripples start to smooth out, and there's that flat, mirror, calm surface. Without that agitation is what ideally we're striving for. And that doesn't mean you don't have emotions and feelings, and you don't feel exuberant, but you're always with a peace and a poise and a feeling of ease regardless of what's happening. So you always feel a sense of self-control, and not in a hard way, but in a serene way. And with that, we're going to, is this the one I want? Yes, it is. Entirety. This is the name of this one. It starts to bring everything together. The mental body, the emotional body, and the etheric body. And this one, I like to kind of comb from all directions. If TuningForks, you can see them as a comb. And the thing about them is you can just be intuitive as to how you use them. Can't really get it wrong. And I'm going to bring this one close to the throat chakra to open self-expression in a balanced, powerful way. The throat chakra is also the will. That's why I listen to it one more time. Comparative to tuning forks are singing bowls. but to work on the body itself. TuningForks are ideal, and they're more portable, of course. I'll do one more time. So if you have a set of tuning forks and you're willing to take them with you, you can always take one with you for the day and use it on yourself. Okay, now we're going to work on these last 3 ones. Sort of together. This one here is, again, it starts to just kind of wrap up and bring it all together with serenity. Because after all is in balance, then you have that sense of peace, that sense of calm, that sense of accomplishment or trust, comfort. So that brings that serenity, that peace, that the rippleless pond, the mind of the Buddha, just that calm, peaceful, tranquil, clear, because people confuse that peace with just being asleep or inactivity. But this is poise and serenity and peace in action. So if you can imagine flowing through the day, accomplishing everything that needs to be done, but with a sense of calm, without the tension that we've grown so unfortunately accustomed to. I just want to let you listen to that because it's nice. This tuning fork over the solar plexus is ideal considering how much tension we hold in our solar plexus, in our stomach. Hence all the sayings of having a tight stomach or butterflies in your stomach. You know, we hold so much tension in that area, which, if you think about it, has the majority of all the all the plexus of nerves that control all the vital organs. So it is extremely important to have that area relaxed. From there stems everything. If you think that's your sun presence here, that extends, radiates, which is really, if you think of the nervous system, that is what it's doing, radiating everywhere. Affecting everything and anything. Because your brain processes it all, and the mind processes information, but the feelings and the emotions are all in this area here. Okay, we'll do one more time. And now we're going to do these 3 together. Infinity, serenity, making it a trinity. So And that together closes the entire aura. And just bring it up and comb it all up. In a way that closes the aura. And then I like to close the treatment again with the one we started with, the weighted Om sound. And I'm just going to place that over the heart. And over the ears. And that concludes the treatment. It addressed everything, covered all his energy centers, and hopefully that felt nice. How you doing?
Yeah, that felt wonderful.
Good. So,
Very relaxing.
yeah, so that concludes our demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. I highly recommend you experiment with TuningForks and get familiar with how much of a vibrational being you are, and focus on that aspect more than in the physical, tangible, solid, because if you just research a little bit, we are just very much vibrational beings coalesce into this dense form, but it all starts out here in our resonance, as we see this beautiful picture behind me. That is what if we had our third eye open fully, as we're all striving to get back to, we would be able to see that that is what we really look like. We are beings of light and vibration. So on that note, thank you. And we'll continue on this vibrational journey next time, on the next episode of Essential Living with Pilar. So thank you, and thank you to all my TC media family for making this wonderful opportunity of sharing this with you possible. Good night, and see you next time. That's all I have to say about that.
Should I do that last one?
The Om? Yeah, of course.